Today, I will be sharing with you a top number one betting strategy and tip to consider, which a lot of people actually avoid when it comes to successful picks of match prediction. I will be sharing two websites for this analysis so that we are going to understand this strategy for the best application for more wins. To begin with, I want to use a website called sofascore.com, and the second site in this list is going to be called footballpredictions.net. Why two websites like this are essential for making match picks, it is also very relevant to make sure that you also check some statistics to make informed decisions when it comes to making picks of the day. You can see that based on odds, sometimes odds is not just enough to make the best picks. As you can see, an example of match between Girona and Alaves in the Spain La Liga. There are some people who consider or have taken into account that the smaller the odds based on any tips, it means that the probability of winning is very high, which is not always true. It is always good to analyze from the inside to make the best informed decision. As an example, there are some games where the odds of a straight win is lesser, but they end up not having that match or win. So odds is just a play that they are using to confuse you based on picks. It is always a good idea to make sure that you analyze matches from the inside based on favorite. In this case here, a match between Girona and Alaves, you are going to see that the odd here is 1.57 for Girona to win, and that of the away team is 5.50. Why a website such as footballprediction.net will give you a preview of a game like this, Girona and Alaves, which is the same. If I click on the preview and prediction, you are going to see that this website will actually give you a preview on the reason why it is going to be choosing Girona to win. Here you can see that based on the preview here, if you scroll down, you are going to read additional preview of the reason why they are choosing a particular favorite for a straight win, as you can see here. This analysis is as well as good because it gives you an idea and it tips head or tips up or head ups on what is actually going on. But this is not just enough to make the best informed decision when it comes to making picks. It is always good and essential to use sites such as sofascore.com to make an in-depth analysis by making sure that you click on the match directly. And once you do that, you'll be taken to a page where you are going to see as like this. Make sure that the page or the inside analysis show you an area where you have players, and you can see that based on the draft board, as you can see here, the players that are actually going to play this match will be mentioned and all their position, as you can see highlighted here. You want to make sure that once you come here, you want to analyze the player rating and make sure that the key players, especially the goal scoring player, are available. As you can see, these two particular teams will tell you which player are the key player here, and if they are absent, then of course the probability of the favorite team to win will not be possible. It will be very hard, and therefore going for a straight win for the favorite team may lead to a lose. So what you want to do is to make sure that you come to the area where you have this area that says missing player and check the players that are actually missing, and if the missing player are the key player causing goals to occur or causing that team to have a win, then of course if the key player are missing, then it is always good to avoid the choice of picking that match. Even if they give you a very small odd for that team to win, then make sure to avoid it because the missing players are not available. What you want to do as a trick or strategy to check if the key player or player causing goals to occur is to come to the last or recent games they have just had previously, or the game they have just had 2 or 3 games backward, by scrolling right down to this area here and come to this area that says this tournament and make sure that you click on it. By highlighting this tournament, you are going to see that based on the favorite team, you want to come on the last game they have played and see the goals they have scored, as in this case 4-2. You want to make sure that you click on that match to find the players causing goals to actually happen. As an example, I want to open this on a new tab and make sure that I check the player who have actually scored these goals. You can see here, based on the analysis, I want to come here based on the analysis being given to me and check the key player or the player who actually caused goals to happen for Girino, as you can see, with 4 goals. Now this page is going to load, and the next step I want to do is to proceed to the area where they have the statistic analytic of the player causing this goal. Here you can see here that based on the first half here, we have in the 12th minute, the player here, we have Artem Dovbyk here as the guy who actually scored this goal. And you can see that the next was Miguel, as you can see here, Miguel. And you also want to check all the players here. The next is Valerie. And once you are checking this player, what you want to do is to come to the recent table here and go back upward to check that these players are actually found on the most recent games which has not yet played. You can see here, this is the guy, Artem Dovbyk, in the 9th shirt, and he is present in this game. He is the person that in the last match played, you can see he scored goal here, and the player being available here means that the probability of goal scoring will occur. You want to make sure that you check again for the next player causing goal to happen, who is Christian Stuni. You want to come back here and check if you have at least 2 of this player here, then of course it is a good probability that goals will actually happen. You can see the other player here, Miguel, which was the player being found here, and this is Miguel here, and this is Artem, which is a good sign or probability that this scoring player are found. You want to go back again to check the next if the player are found there, and you can see Martin, this guy here. I want to scroll one step downward and locate the other player who is an assist. You also want to make sure that the assists are also available here. As you can see, this is Miguel, he was found. Martin, you can also want to come here to check that they are available here. You can see this is the guy Ivan Martin, he is found. You can see this guy Artem is found, and therefore the probability of this high scoring player at the top here, being the fact that their essential player are available, then it is possible that the home team might actually take the lead here. But of course, it is not still enough here. It is always good to make sure that you also check the statistics and analytic based on head-to-head, as well as the average goal score rate that they had on the matches they have played. You want to make sure that you scroll right down to this area that says the standing table and come to this area that says the home performance and check the performance of this team at home, making sure that it is better as compared to the opponent which it wants to play. And the opponent in this case that it wants to play here, based on the game here, is Alaves. You want to come back here and check the fact that Girino is better than Alaves, which is true, and Alaves is in the 11th position, to show that Girino has a better form at home as compared to Alaves. You also want to check the away to making sure that the favorite team also has a greater performance as compared to the opponent. Here in this case, Girino is better both at home and away as compared to its opponent Alaves, who is downward in the league table. By making sure that you check all of these statistics, then of course it is a good decision to actually predict that the home team take the lead or give it a double chance or draw no bet in cases like this. Therefore, making sure that you consider this aspect of making sure that you look at the team position, the home and away performance, as well as their key player analytics is very essential for making decision based on which team is going to win. With this strategy, you can come out with the best picks when it comes to the home or the away team to win when it concerns soccer match picks prediction. So this is the top number 1 strategy you can use to increase the value of your bet by making the best picks to improve your winning chance by up till 98%. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notifications and updates when we create a new video or tutorial. and see you again in the next episode. Bye-bye.